بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه المنتجبين. أما بعد، قد قال الله تعالى في كلامه المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. The way of life which has been selected for the mankind by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Islam. And the general concept of the people about Islam is it's a religion like Christianity, like Judaism, like Hinduism, like Sikhism. One of them is Islam. The basic difference between other religions and Islam, keeping aside the religion of Christianity and Judaism, which believe in the God as we believe in their original teachings. But the rest of the religion that are being practiced today, none of them has got the capacity to connect the mankind, the creation, to the Creator. And every religion has got some concept of a Creator. Like Hindus, they've got a Bhagwan, and their concepts are so much different as is the population. For every person, they've got a different concept about their Bhagwan. Then they've got a Bhagwan for everything. And then nowadays, they have started saying that the one Bhagwan, the Creator, is only one. And the rest of them, they have got the specific attributes, like we say attributes of Allah. They say, oh, these are the qualities which have been given in certain animals, what the qualities are, so we attribute those qualities to. These are the attributes of Bhagwan that we say. But in reality, they have got different gods for different purposes. Why do the human being accept so many gods? What the human being is scared of, he starts calling him God. Whatever a human being starts loving, he's saying, you are God. Whosoever a human being is impressed of, like in India, too many people take Amitabh Bachchan as Bhagwan. Yes, because they like, so he's like a Bhagwan for them. So there are different concepts. Why do we need a Creator? What is the benefit of having a Creator? These are being scared, or you like someone, or being impressed of someone, or taking him to a level that you are getting something out of him, or getting knowledge, or getting wisdom, or understanding. That's a different thing. But being impressed to the extent that you take him to the God, so the God has got some duties that he has to fulfill. And that only Islam tells you that Allah is our nourisher. He is our provider. He provides us with our needs and requirements. The physical needs, spiritual needs, and mental needs. All three are available from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our food for our well-being, physical well-being, and food for our thought in Quran. Don't you think? Don't you imagine? Don't you know? Don't you see? That means see. Don't you see means see. Don't you think? Don't you use your wisdom? Means use your wisdom. And superiority of the human being over the other species and creations of Allah is because of the wisdom of the mankind. Wisdom of the human being. So if the human being wisdom is negated or separated from human being, Quran is saying itself that lahum qulubun la yafqahuna biha. They have got minds, they've got hearts, they don't think. They've got eyes, they don't see. They've got ears, they don't listen to the truth. They don't see, they don't distinguish between right and wrong. See means they don't concentrate. They don't think. Ulaika kal anam. They are like cattle, four-legged animals. Bal hum adall, but rather they are worse than them. if the human being is separated from wisdom, or you take out the wisdom out of the human being, then the only thing left, no difference between an animal and the human being. So this wisdom has to be elevated. And human being needs to be linked to the Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now Allah is not subservient to anyone. So anybody who wants to explore Allah and understand Allah and know Allah must be a free person. One who is not free will not be able to understand the freedom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is 100% free of anything. So, human being has been given an openness or freedom to an extent that he has to accept Allah with his own free will. You know, they said that, oh, if Allah wanted us to be on the right track, why does He tell us to punish someone for their wrongdoing? Like in Islamic laws and ethics, there are certain punishments for certain sins and certain wrongs that are committed by someone. Why do Allah want us to punish others? Because Allah wants to keep us free. Why don't Allah give us that much wisdom to understand the reality of Allah? Allah has given us that wisdom, but do we use that? We become lazy in utilizing that wisdom and that energy and the spiritual and mental energies to explore and find out the reality of the universe and the Creator of the universe. Otherwise, if we expect that Allah should have put us all on the right track, then we would not have been accepting Allah with our own free will. It would have been compulsion on us, like angels. Their wisdom is to an extent that they can't do wrong things. They understand the reality of the thing. So they can't do wrong things. So it's compulsory for them to have the right track. Animals don't have that wisdom, so they are unable to come into the right, but they have been created for different jobs to do. So human being, the collection of two, the animal side and the angel side, is a struggle, but with our own free will. And our own free will has not to be imposed on others. Our school of thought says the preaching that we do is just to convince others. I keep on saying in my lectures also, that my duty is only that on Day of Judgment you shouldn't be able to say, oh Allah, I didn't know. If you say I didn't know, then the ulama, is their duty to tell you if you have been trying to engage an alim or listen to an alim, and alim doesn't tell you, then he's on the wrong foot. On the Day of Judgment, three things will complain to Allah. One is the book, one is the mosque, and one is the alim. He'll complain that nobody was there to come to me and understand and learn from me. Alim, don't take the ulama as you see that every person is coming up as an alim and they are performing duty. Alim has got a duty. His duty bound from the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salat. He's a representative of these adhar for the people. And Quran says that only the ulama innama yakhshuna min ibadihi innama yakhshuna Allah min ibadihi al ulama. Those who are frightened or scared of Allah's wisdom and His power are only al-ulama. Higher the level of wisdom, higher the level of education, higher the level of knowledge, less talk. People talk less, meaningless talks. You know, sometimes we are talking about wisdom, about an issue, about deen, about Allah, that's okay. But talking for the sake of talking, as our children are being taught in the school, you go to them, oh, where were you? Yeah, I went to the shop. Why did you go to the shop? Oh, I went to the shop to buy something for my mom. My mom was not feeling well. She expected me to bring those things, but I got late and I put my money somewhere in the pocket. I couldn't find it when I went to the shop, and I put my hand into the wrong pocket. I thought I had lost my money. So I asked the shopkeeper that I have lost my money. Luckily, I put my hand in the right pocket. I found the money. I gave the money to the pocket and brought that thing, and I was late. My mother was very much worried for me that I am late. I said, Mom, I'm grown up now. I'm a teenager. I can look after myself. But she was not, she was very unhappy with me. So at that time I was a bit bored. I went out and left the room and went out to see the TV. I sat down on the TV. I was watching certain program. A football match came. I didn't want to see that. And my brother was telling me that, no, I want to see this match. I said, no, I want to see a drama on the TV. I want to see another program. And there was a lot of these things, useless talk. And you see that in the buses, you see in the classes, you see in the classrooms when we are teaching. There's no aim and objective. The first thing that Islam does to us, when we say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wahdahu la sharika lah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, just with these words, that means my life has got a direction now. I have got an aim and objective. I am linked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with my own free will, not on compulsion. It's because I'm convinced. When I'm linked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's like a gas station, a petrol station. You know, like I'm driving a car, I need petrol, I go to the petrol station, fill my car, again I keep on moving, again I need to refill my car. This is exactly the 5-time prayers. And our du'as is like refilling ourselves because we are linked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We fill our physical tank, we fill our spiritual tank, and we fill our mental tank. Our mental level goes high. I was watching a movie, I do watch movies, and sometimes I tell my other fellows also too, the name of the movie was Lucy. Anybody have seen it? You've seen it?
Yeah.
See? Oh my God, all of you. I thought it's the only me who watch movies. So, how did you find it?
Trailer.
Huh?
I think it got a bit shocking towards the end where it said that she uses 100% of her brain power and then she's everywhere. I didn't understand that.
What, you know, everybody, you know, you see a chair from one direction, you are seeing one picture, other picture. I want to know what did you see, and then I'll tell you what did I notice in that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we've never seen it yet.
It was good. Did you see it?
I've just seen the trailer, that's it.
I've just seen the background. I think
Mees, where did you watch it? Mees, where did you watch it? Where did you watch it?
for me, what was interesting is that
That's good.
most humans don't utilise themselves fully. They just do what they've been told to do. Whereas, right, it's far-fetched because it's a science fiction movie, but someone who can utilise more of their brain can achieve so much more. And that's what I took from it.
Usually the human being utilizes 20% of its brain.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
Yeah.
In the 10.
10%?
Molana for me is 20.
10%. I just wanted to be clear, so I just went to the 20. But 10%. 90% is not utilized. Allah haven't created anything which is not to be utilized. Why did Allah create that 90% of the brain? In the movie what they were showing, she takes some drugs and her 90% brain is activated. It's not just a fiction. It's not just a fiction. You know, I'll tell you certain things that are happening, and there are people, you know, Tayyul Arz is one of the issues in Islam. Some people, they are here, and next moment they can be in Medina, or they can be in Islamabad, or they can be in Manchester. And next moment, within a fraction of seconds. Have you heard about it?
Astro traveling, whatever.
Yeah.
About whom?
I didn't know if it still
Ayatollah
exists today.
Majid?
Yeah.
Ayatollah Majid?
Ayatollah Bahjat was,
But he used to go to sleep.
and Ayatollah Bahlol was one of them. Ayatollah Bahlol. I came, Allah bless him, he died some years back. He was the one who tried to bring revolution in Iran before Imam Khomeini. And he was caught there and arrested, and then he went to Afghanistan. Then the king of Iran asked the king of Afghanistan, although they were not on very good terms, but he said, put him in the prison, keep him there. I don't want him to come back, he'll create problems for me. So he was kept. I'll just give you one story about his life. He was a very pious alim. He was in the jail, and in the jail, daytime, the policemen used to come and beat him up. And in the night time, there were too many bugs in his bed, and they used to sting him, and he was in trouble. He said, oh Allah, either the daytime trouble beating me up, or in the nighttime these bugs, take one of them away from me. And he was just praying to Allah, and he saw that some ants, big ants, were coming out of a hole. It was a muddy house, so they were coming out of a hole. And he said, Allah, I was expecting you will take away one of them, and they're coming in a straight line. And they started climbing up the bed of that Ayatollah Buhlul. And then he said, Allah, I wanted one of those two, and this third one, Allah, I'm happy with both of them, just take these away from me. But nothing happened. They came out, they spread on the bed, and they ate away every bug, and they went back. These are not fiction stories. These are the realities. These do happen. Do you know the Pir Sahiban doing something mu'jiza? This is a very, very starting point. If that 90% of the brain is activated, you know, the 313 of the Imam which will come with him, who are those? They will be here, and the next moment they will be in Medina. Why? Their body will be in their control. If we activate our brain and we link ourselves to that infinite being, and don't you imagine that this 90% of our brain can be activated? Or this 90% is meant for those to be activated who are linked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Piety. One of the issues is, you know, they do dua and the duas are accepted on the same event. We do dua sometimes, and our duas are sometimes accepted. But it's not 100%. It's not 100% that I do every dua. But there are people who reach the point of mustajabud dua. Whenever they do a dua, their duas are accepted. Why do they reach? With their piety, with their level. And their duas, Allah is saying, Ad'uni astajib lakum. You pray to me, I'll accept your dua. Then why is my dua not accepted? Because Allahumma aghfir li az-zunub allati tahbisu dua. Allah, forgive me those sins which imprison our duas. There are certain wrong things that we do and our duas don't reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are certain sins that we commit and they don't let the blessings of Allah reach us. There are certain sins. All these sins, they are a reason that our brain, that 90% is not activated. The pious ones, their brains are activated. And they can do whatever they feel like. The Imam, he points his finger to the picture of a lion and it becomes a real lion. Oh, it's a fictitious story. Oh, how can it happen? How can't it happen? These things, the science fiction, what they're telling us, we can't imagine. I came across an issue, I was told about 10, 15 years back, that the NATO forces in Iraq, they've got their special groups who are going and they're picking up the ulama who claim that they have met Imam Zaman Arjalallahu Ta'ala Faradahu Sharif. They pick them up and they're drawing the sketches of Imam Zaman. They're preparing for coming back of Imam Zaman. Where is our preparation? All these things, the Tawheed that we were discussing is the first main point. Ahlul Bayt direct us towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ahlul Bayt is not the aim and objective. It's the mean to reach the aim and objective. And the aim and objective is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only infinite being in the universe is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can think of the highest grades possessed are by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. But you can consider anything except them being infinite. They are not infinite. They are definite bodies. Allah is infinite in every sense. So getting linked to Allah is the first important thing. And not part-time connection to Allah. Full-time connection to Allah. I'm awake, I'm sleeping. I should always consider, if you want to know how much Allah cares for you, you start thinking that how much I care for Allah. Link yourself. We need to do this exercise. This is a practical exercise that we need to do. Every one of us can do. No age limit. That we start considering that we are linked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all the time we will never forget that we are linked to Allah. We belong to Allah. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi rajiun. We will never forget. Keep this link in your heart, in your mind, and you will see your life will start changing. Your pattern of life will be changing. You don't like someone, and you will start liking him. Oh, he belongs to Allah. And you want to do something, you want to be harsh with someone. No, you will calm down. No, I belong to Allah. Allah sees everything. He is watching our sins. He is seeing our negative things. He's forgiving everything. Why can't I do that? Can I do that? You do something wrong to me, and next time I'm busy now, I'm watching you. Whenever I get a negative point of view, oh, as well, you see, that guy, he says a lot of words, badi in galla karda, and I went here, I saw him, he could do wuzu properly, and this is what, when my link with Allah is weak. When my link with Allah is strong, what I'll do like Imam Hassan and Imam Hussaini used to do. Oh, come on, watch us, which one of us is doing the proper wuzu? And he says that, no, your wuzu is proper, my wuzu was wrong. This is what they do. They keep themselves, their own self out, and they want to bring other people in the right track. This is what is needed to be done. All our centers, all our lectures, all our ulama, except of some, are unable to create that link. This link has to be created. If this link is created, then everything you will start moving. Your prayers, your du'as, your ibadat, your deen, your world, everything will start moving forward. I don't know that you will get a lottery and billions and millions, no, but you will get the calmness of heart even if your pocket is empty. You won't be scared if you don't have money in your account. You will be happy with that. This is linked with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The calmness of heart is necessary. This is what we need to achieve. And really, we are enough. This number is a big number, huge number. If we get connected, we come to the right track. You know, in the bus or in the car, they make the chassis first, the frame. The real problem with us, Muslims and the believers and the Shias even, is the chassis is not there, the bus is there. So without a chassis, without a frame, that bus can't move and that can't take us anywhere. We need to bring the chassis first. And Tawheed is the missing link. I said that. I say that in every lecture. I say that everywhere. And it's a reality. We need to get linked to the Allah of Rasulullah. We need to get linked to the Allah of Hazrat Zahra, the Ma'bud of Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen, the Ma'bud of all the Aima Athar, and their near and dear ones. We need to get linked to him. And if Ahlul Bayt are at our disposal, the best teachers of the universe, and we don't do that, there can't be a worse scenario then. This is what we need to do. It's a full-time thing. Climbing up a pole, and when we get tired, there come tides. There are tides. You know tides in the sea? High tide and low tide, when the water comes up and down. Similarly, there are winds that take you up and down. Similarly, there in ourselves, there are certain tides of religion. When religiousness comes into my mind, into my heart, I want to pray. I have prayed my wajib first prayers. I want to do 2 rakat more. I want to listen to a dua. I want to do something more than usual. This is a tide. That's the time when I should move forward. And there's a tide when comes when it drops me. Oh, I am lazy today. I can't pray. At that time, the farz and the wajibat, I will cling to that pole and not go down. This is what we need to do. Everybody has got the positive waves and negative waves, currents coming in him. So we need to listen to those words. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all with his special blessings in moving towards Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Whosoever struggles towards me, wants to come to me, لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ. Surely I guide him to the path towards me. From every depression of a sin, there is a way, a path which takes you and elevates you to the qurb of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Summarize everything. All our actions, all the things that we do, I get up early in the morning, it should be qurbatan illallah. I take a glass of water, it should be qurbatan illallah. How can a glass of water be qurbatan illallah? Yes. Our lecture is finished, just a discussion.
You say that water keeps you alive, so qurbatan ilallah would be, I'm drinking this water so I could pray to
Ahsan.
you.
Qurbatan illallah. It's a blessing. All the juices of the world can't take away the thirst. The best juice in the world is this colorless and tasteless water. Nothing can be compared. Orange juice, apple juice, once in a while you would like to have it, but always your thirst will never be gone as much as you can quench your thirst with water, pure water, without taste, without any color, just as pure liquid. And Allah has blessed it with that much blessings. Getting up off the bed, qurbatan illallah. Going to your job, qurbatan illallah. How can it going to your job be qurbatan illallah?
The money you earn, you can.
Yes. If you spend it on halal things and to make up for your family, and your family is linked to Allah, and you are spending doing something, you want to buy a notebook for your son and he's linked to Allah, your work is qurbatan illallah. You want to buy clothes for your wife and she's praying, she's linked to Allah, you're buying clothes for your wife. Taking her for a dinner is qurbatan illallah. Provided you have not made her your Lord. She's not the one that when you're praying and she says, come on, let's go for shopping, and you say, okay, I'll come back and then I'll shop. You're scared of her, and then that's not qurbatan illallah. Qurbatan illallah means that you will say, okay, hold on, I'm praying, and after prayers I'll take you. And she said, oh, you didn't pray yet? Come on, pray, and I'll pray too with you. This is qurbatan illallah. So this environment in reality makes everything qurbatan illallah. If environment is not qurbatan illallah, then nothing is qurbatan illallah. So everything should be qurbatan illallah. If we bring everything to that degree, and it's a continuous struggle. You can't say that, oh, I've done enough last week, so this week I can sleep. Oh, you sleep, and shaitan is awake, he never sleeps. Now he'll come out, oh, I've got one news shikar here in Quaim in Slough, there are too many people coming there. That's about somewhere, this guy, if I put him on the wrong track, which will be very beneficial. Never be sure, never be quiet and confident that now shaitan can't do it. The time we say that shaitan can't do anything, he does everything then. You see, always be on your guard. Shaitan never sleeps. We are awake, he is awake. We are sleeping, he's awake. We are alert, he's alert. We are not alert, even then he's alert. Working 24 hours a day, but he's not a time waster. He comes and convinces us according to our mental level. One thing we should learn from shaitan, determination. He's got a lot of determination. He doesn't give up even to the imam that he wants to divert imams and anbiya also. He doesn't give up. We should also try to bring in other guys into our circle and bring them towards Deen. This is very important. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. And I really apologize for being late. Sometimes it can happen, but it can be intentional, unintentional circumstances and everything. But
It's usually Asian community.
no, usually I try my best to come on time. Don't want to give anybody an excuse. I was in Houston City in Texas, and they used to have Fajr prayers. And there our residence was about 15-20 minutes of drive from the place in America. And one day, it was the Fajr time, and I was unable to get up, And my phone rang, and they said, Molana, where are you? I said, well, I'm in my bed. I said, Molana, we are waiting for you to come and lead the prayers. I said, I'm sorry, if I get up, I'll take about 10-15 minutes to get ready. Then 15 minutes, it will take me half an hour, 35 minutes, 40 minutes to come down there. So you can pray. He said, no, Molana, every day you're coming on time. Today we are waiting for you, don't worry. None of us, I know somebody might be going to work. I said, no, our work time is late. It's still time. And they waited. This was the first time I had an experience that there are people who are waiting, and when they, oh Molana, that was good that you were late today and we were waiting for you every day, you are waiting for us. So alhamdulillah, this comes when our work is qurbatan ilallah. This comes, these are the signs. Be it, it's not among wajibat, but it is qurbatan. When the qurbatan ilallah comes, automatically it grows. Start growing this off. I don't want to have this shaving early in the morning, shaving my beard, and then coming that. Once the reality, that's what I say, that we want to change the way of thinking. Way of thinking, if you are thinking about everything qurbatan ilallah, then you will really see that calmness of heart, and you will feel that pleasure in your heart. No pleasure can be equated with that pleasure which comes from the Allah side into our hearts and mind and soul. This is what we need to achieve, and we need to move forward. Time is short, brother. Time is very short. Too many things are happening around us in France, in Germany, and in Middle East. Islamophobia, all these things. We need to come forward. We need to play our role. Islam doesn't mean that I prayed 5 times, I performed my duty. No. I need to give the message. Yeah, today, I have a Sikh friend. He's Sikh. And he's a tailor. And I wanted to make curtains for my center. I went to him and I said, I want these curtains to be sewn. I bought the cloth and I wanted him to make the curtains. I told him how to do it. And I dropped the curtains there. And he said, okay, come down tomorrow and pick up the curtains. I went there. He wasn't himself there. And his subordinate told me 20 pounds. I paid him 20 pounds, took the curtains away. After a while, I wanted another pair of curtains. I went again, and that guy was there. He said, listen, brother, where were those curtains meant for? I said, they were meant for a mosque. For a mosque. He said, it's a religious thing. I said, yes, it was a religious thing. He opened up his purse. He wanted, you give this 20 pounds. The same note is here in my purse. I haven't used it yet. If you're using it for religion, we all belong to the same creator. Take this money back. I said, no, it's okay. I said, no. Just do it. Pray, just pray for me. And he took the second pair. He didn't charge me for that even. And I had a coat, and its inside was torn, and I wanted him to repair. I gave it to him, and it was lying throughout the winter. 3 months later, I went today just to get that coat. He said, my brother, I saw you day before yesterday on the TV. And you are a lecturer, you're giving lectures there. You talk to me, and I like what you say. But the TV thing I like very much. I said, what point did you like? I said, when you said that the real thing is our Creator, get linked to Him. Don't link with me, even with myself. I said that I can move from the right track, left and right. Don't follow me even. Follow my words, but go and get linked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is our duty, what we need to do. Not linked with myself, or you linked with myself. And I said, I've got so many followers in Slough, these much followers in Hounslow, this much here, this much around the country. I've got 1,500 followers, and if I get £100 each, and I'll get this much money, and for myself, this is not qurbatan illallah. Qurbatan illallah is something very different from both sides. That Sikh guy, he said, he took the date, when you have got the program, I want to listen to that, and I'll listen. And I'm bringing him in some Sikh people, Hindus people, and white, and the blacks, and all this. We need to bring everyone towards Islam. It's not just 5-time prayers that we do and we have performed our duty. No, we need to send the message of Hazrat Zahra everywhere according to their mentality. Another Sikh, I went to their shop, and I was talking to him, and he said, you are Muslim, and he was very much like this. I said, no, we are not, because we belong to Parashanar. We have got Sikh community in Parashanar. In our villages, we didn't let them go. We kept them with ourselves, and they were safe in our villages. And we respect them. We've given them their area. They live there. And our people, they can't go into their areas. You know, they're left. These houses belong to them. Nobody enters there, except they call someone, they come to my house and be with me. that's a different story. Other their girls, their daughters, their mothers, they're safe in their place till today, and they know these Sikhs. They know they are from most of them. They are from Afghanistan. They know that in Parachanar, people are handling them very nicely, and the people who are living there, they've got links with them. So when I told them, they got free with us. I said, we are followers of Ahlul Bayt. We are Shia. And he said, who the hell are they? I said, they are the one, this is a special creed who killed the grandson of the Prophet. He said, they killed the grandson of the Prophet. I said, don't you? They didn't know. Most of the Sikhs, they do, some of them, they do know. But I told them that Prophet had only one daughter, and her son was killed by them, and they are the creed of the same. Oh, they killed their own Prophet's son. So we need to move the Shia faith and the reality. We do call about unity. We don't want to say wrong things about other people's, what they believe in, but we need to move forward also. We need to bring the Shia faith in limelight also. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Yes, I have one question. I heard someone saying the other day that non-believers